I've said on this channel many times that starting a lead generation agency is hard work. Starting any business and making any money with it is hard work. And there is nothing that you will ever do that could potentially make you tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions of dollars that doesn't require hard work. And that's the truth. And anyone online who tells you that making tons of money, tons of cash, that it's easy is just simply selling you the dream. But what's also the truth is that while building a successful business, while building a successful lead generation agency, while that might be hard work, it's not rocket science. You're not curing cancer. And if you follow the general steps, the general guidelines, you're actually more likely to make money than you're not. And that's the truth. But a lot of the stuff that people just believe is kind of just BS. So for example, something that people might believe is that lead generation agencies is saturated, that lead gen is saturated, that cold emails is saturated, and it just doesn't work. And probably the most common belief is that saturation thing where lead generation agencies are just saturated and that everyone is doing it and that it's impossible to make any money with it. And I'll explain in just a moment why people have this belief. Because there are typically two types of people who have this thought and just believe that lead gen agencies are just saturated. So the first are those who just haven't started yet. They're in the research phase of the process. Maybe they're just learning about the lead generation agency model. They learned about it the other day, and now they're watching a YouTube video and they see a comment from someone else who said that it's saturated. So now they too also think that it's saturated without really any logical reasoning behind that. That's the first type of person. Now, the second type of person are those who have tried to build their own lead generation agencies. Maybe they started a cold email campaign, reached out to a few thousand people, they let it run for 2 weeks, they saw mediocre results, and now they just concluded that it's saturated and it just doesn't work. But what's happening is those type of people are kind of just coping, because rather than acknowledging that maybe they just weren't super skilled at cold emails, which is completely fine because nobody is skilled at anything when they start it for the very first time, it's just much easier to put the blame on just external things and external factors, such as saying that the business model is saturated and then it just doesn't work. So instead of looking in the mirror and simply saying to themselves that maybe I'm just not that skilled at cold emails and I need to spend more time and spend more effort into practicing to actually get good, they say, no, it's just saturated, or it's not the model for me, or it just doesn't work, or that cold emails just doesn't work anymore. That's what they simply say. And all of these things are excuses. And maybe you're watching this video and maybe you have some of these beliefs right now while watching this video. And if you do, I want you to pause and really ask yourself, do you have these beliefs? Do you think that getting clients is hard? Do you think that cold emailing is hard? Do you think that delivering the service to clients is hard? Because if you do believe any of these things, good. Because it is hard, and you need to understand that it is hard, and it is your job as the business owner to just figure it out. Develop the skills to make it not hard, right? Learn what you have to do, learn the experiences, develop the skills so that it doesn't become hard anymore. But if you believe that signing clients with cold emails is impossible, or that it's impossible to succeed with a lead generation agency because everyone is doing it and it's just impossible to do it, these are beliefs that actually hinder you and hold you back from actually succeeding. Because if we take a step back and we just look at this logically, what we're doing is we're selling lead generation services to B2B businesses, meaning businesses that sell their own services or sell their own products to other businesses, right? That's what a B2B, business to business type of business is. And that's who we're helping as a lead generation agency. There are literally 3 million B2B businesses that exist in the US alone. And you can pause and search this up on Google yourself just to fact check me if you don't believe it. And if you expand that to every other English speaking country, there are literally millions more. So if you're reaching out to 1,000 of these a day, it becomes pretty unlikely for you not to find a client and for you not to make money. Think about it. surely at least one of these companies out of the millions of companies will bite and take you up on your offer, right? And when I explain it exactly like this, you're probably thinking that what I'm saying makes total sense, because it does. And that's exactly what you need to be thinking about. That's exactly the perspective. Now, I'm not saying to go out and blast a million cold emails and just close your eyes, pray, and hope for the best, because that's obviously not going to work. What you need to do is you need to make sure that you're writing an effective cold email, that you have an offer that people actually want, and that you have a strategy that takes people who don't know who you are and turn them into people ready to pay you thousands of dollars for your lead generation services. Now, luckily, these are all things that you can literally go out and you can learn and get really good at. Go watch some YouTube videos about cold emails, right? I have videos on my YouTube channel talking about how to do all of these things and showing you what is working in today's market. And just focus on getting better and becoming more skilled at your craft. Because in business, you only get paid in direct proportion to how skilled you are. So if you're struggling to make any money, then that's the market's way of telling you that you're just not that skilled at what you do and you have some work to do. Now, on the other hand, if you're making a lot of money, you're making tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars in your business, that's the market telling you that you're really good at what you're doing, you're really good at your craft, and you're just really, really skilled. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I wanted to share in today's video. If you liked what I said and you found it valuable, then drop me a like. Now, on the other hand, if you disagree with my perspective, then drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.